Hello everybody and welcome to the fourth episode of War Machines. So as of now, 3 bots have officially punched their tickets into the semifinal, and we'll see 8 more great machines fight today who look to be the 4th semifinalist. Featured in Heat D, we have a BattleBots Season 4 semifinalist Death Roll, who will take on another BattleBots Season 4 contender Jasper. Next, we will see Robot Wars Series 3 and 4 champion take on Flipperbot Lucky from BattleBots. Following that, we see 2 BattleBots Season 4 contenders as Bronco, one of the most powerful flippers in this competition, will take on full body spinner Captain Shrederator. This round will end with the BuggleBots 2019 third place winner Daedalus, who will take on 2 times BattleBots Classic Series champion, the full body spinner of Ziggo. So, if you haven't seen the first few episodes of this competition, 8 bots will compete against each other bracket style for a spot in the semifinals. All fights in the first 2 rounds will be single elimination, while the heat final will be 2 out of 3. The winner of this heat bracket will claim their spot in the semifinals, while the runner-up will get the opportunity to compete in our last chance episode for a wildcard spot back into the tournament. So now, let's get to our first fight of the night. Death Roll vs. Jasper. So now vertical spinner versus hammer. Who will take this one? Let the bot battle begin. Death Roll getting that spinner up to speed, nailing a couple shots on Jasper. Jasper lands a couple shots with that hammer, but now Death Roll getting underneath Jasper. Jasper's got to get out there. They lose the tip of their hammer and are flipped over. Can they self-right here? Death Roll coming in for more. Another shot to the underbelly of Jasper, but Death Roll loses part of their blade. I think they are just going to hang back and let the countdown come and take the knockout victory. And that's going to do it for Jasper. They are immobile, and Death Roll will be the first machine to move on to the next round, where they will take on the winner of our next battle, a flipper battle between Lucky and Chaos 2. Let the flipper battle begin. Lucky coming right after Chaos 2, getting underneath just barely. He nearly flips Chaos 2 out of the arena. Lucky jamming Chaos 2 into the rails. Chaos 2 just not getting an inch. Lucky winning the ground game with ease here. Chaos 2 has got to get out of the corner and manage to get some breathing room, but Lucky is not giving them that. Now, Chaos 2 stuck on their side here. Can they get down? They do. But Lucky right back on the attack, sending them back into another corner. And now there's a flip by Chaos 2. And another one. Another flip by Chaos 2. A couple of flips. Lucky trying to self-right. I don't think they're successfully doing it right now. There's a flip by Chaos 2. And right towards the pit, and down goes both bots. Because both bots fell into the pit approximately the same time, this fight will go to the judges, where they will be scoring based off of BattleBots Season 4's 7-point scale, where you could get up to 3 points for damage, up to 2 points for aggression, and up to 2 points for control. Now the results. The judges unanimously voted in favor of Lucky. As we'll see Lucky in the next round, where they will take on the vertical spinner of Death Roll. Now coming up next, we got the Flipperbot Bronco taking on the full body spinner of Captain Shrederator. Let the bot battle begin. Bronco coming towards Captain Shrederator, nails a flip there, sending Shrederator out of control into the corner. There's another high-flying flip as Shrederator just going flying by these flips on Bronco. Shrederator up at full speed. Bronco misflips. Shrederator gets a few bites onto the side of Bronco. Now Bronco getting underneath them, trying to flip him out of the arena. Just barely. Nearly goes out of the arena is Shrederator. And another flip by Bronco. Bronco just flip after flip on Shrederator. There's another high-flying flip, sending Shrederator into another corner. Shrederator's got to get back on their feet and got to be able to get some damage done. As Shrederator taking another flip right into the tire, which opens up the pit. There goes another flip. Shrederator, they've been able to get some jabs from Bronco, but not much serious damage has been done. As there goes Shrederator flying again due to the floor hazards. Another flip that nearly sends Shrederator down to the pit. Another flip that sends Shrederator out of the arena, resulting in a knockout for Bronco, as they will move on to the next round and take on the winner of our next battle, as we see the horizontal spinner of Daedalus take on the full body spinner of Ziggo. So now the spinner battle getting underway. Let the bot battle begin. Both bots getting their weapons up to full speed here. There's a weapon-on-weapon shot that sends Ziggo out of control here. See if Daedalus will take advantage of that. Ziggo getting back up to speed once again. Another big hit that sends Ziggo against the arena wall, and another hit causes Ziggo to lose their dome. I think Ziggo is in big trouble here. They open up the pit. Daedalus getting their weapon to speed. Another big hit. Another shot. And down goes the control board, resulting in Ziggo losing the fight by knockout. And Daedalus will move on to the next round, where they will take on the Great Flipper of Bronco. Coming up next, the first fight of the second round, we'll see Death Roll take on Lucky. Two BattleBots Season 4 competitors. Who will win it? The vertical spinner of Death Roll or the flipper of Lucky, as Death Roll getting a few shots in early, but now Lucky flips Death Roll over. But now Death Roll starting to get more shots, and with that vertical spinner, there's a big hit that flips Lucky over. Lucky trying to self-right here. Death Roll going after the sides, trying to take out those wheels of Lucky. And now there's some big hits by Death Roll here. Lucky does lose a wheel there. Lucky's got to get out of the corner as they lose a couple parts of their flipper. It's going to be a big problem for them. That's going to make it a lot harder for them to be able to get under Death Roll. More big hits by Death Roll, but then they end up getting flipped over in the process here. More pieces flying off of Lucky. Looks like part of Death Roll's spinner goes flying too. Lucky just taking hit after hit. They lose another wheel here. They're stuck against the side. They gotta get back into this fight here if they are to win this fight and move on to the heat final. More big hits by the vertical spinner of Death Roll here. Lucky's got a self-right now as they got flipped over. More big hits from Death Roll's vertical spinner. Death Roll's spinner is just so powerful here, causing massive amounts of damage here to Lucky. Here's Lucky is smoking right now. Death Roll spinning out of control once again. And a big hit by Death Roll. We're nearing a minute left in this fight, and I'd say Death Roll is quite far ahead right now on the judges' scorecard here. Approaching 1 minute here. Lucky is just taking a massive beating here. It looks like they lost another wheel here. Death Roll, can they put Lucky in the pit here? Just misses the pit. Another big shot that sends Lucky flying. Lucky down to just one wheel here, and yet they are fighting for their lives right now. Back into a corner, back into the rails goes Lucky here. More big shots. Death Roll just not giving Lucky an inch here. Death Roll knocks off that last wheel. Lucky is out of tires. 20 seconds left in this fight. Will Lucky be saved by the bell? Deathroll hanging back, looking for a knockout, but it's looking like Lucky is going to survive this, and we will go to the judges for this. The clock hits 0, and we will go to the judges' decision, where, as you saw before, the judges will rank based off a BattleBot 7-point scale. So now the decision. The judges voted unanimously in favor of Deathroll, as Deathroll wins this fight and will move on to the next round, where they will take on the winner of our next fight, Bronco and Daedalus. Similar design to Tombstone. Has Bronco figured out an excellent defense to take out horizontal spinners here? As let the bot battle begin. Bronco nearly gets Daedalus out of the arena here. Another flip by Bronco. Daedalus getting some jabs on the sides of Bronco. Bronco will definitely want to keep those exposed wheels away from the spinner of Daedalus. It's another flip by Bronco. Daedalus flipped over, spinning around here. Another hit to the sides of Bronco for Daedalus. There's a flip by Bronco. Bronco coming on the attack again. Another flip. Bronco's been losing some pieces here as they go flying there. Daedalus getting that weapon speed, coming in for an attack, hits the sides of Bronco again, and now they're underneath Bronco. Big trouble for Bronco if they can't get free here. Some big bites to Bronco from Daedalus. More pieces of Bronco going flying. There's a flip by Bronco. There's a massive flip by Bronco. Bronco's still getting some big flips, and even with the damage they've taken from Daedalus so far. So another big hit that sends Bronco flying. And off comes a wheel. Bronco lost their front right wheel. They're still on the attack as they land another big flip on Daedalus as we approach the halfway mark in this fight. Both bots going over the flame hazard here. Daedalus in the corner. They gotta get out of there, as Bronco could definitely take advantage of that. Possibly get Daedalus out of the arena like what they did in the last round against Shrederator. Another big flip. Daedalus getting that weapon speed, continuing to knock blows in on Bronco. Another flip, keeping Daedalus into the corner here. 1 minute left in this fight. Daedalus has definitely scored more points in the damage category, but Bronco could be in the lead in the aggression and control category here. More jabs by Daedalus. Pieces of Bronco just all over the arena here, and yet they are still standing, taking all this punishment from Daedalus. Another big hit to the sides here. Daedalus spinning out of control. Bronco with a misflip. Another misflip as they lose another wheel. Bronco losing both their front wheels here, and yet they are still standing, continuing to attack, continuing to try to score more points as we approach the 10-second mark here. Looks like we are going to have another judge's decision on our hand as Daedalus continuing to put in massive bites into Bronco here, as this fight will go to the judges. And what I gotta say, Daedalus definitely won in the damage category, but Bronco did show a lot of aggression and control, so this could be a closer fight than what you viewers could be expecting. So now as for the judges' decision, as their votes have been determined, once again, it was unanimous in favor of Daedalus, as Daedalus will move on and will take on the vertical spinner bot from Australia, Deathroll. Coming up next, match 1. So now who will take the early lead and take match 1? Will it be Deathroll or Daedalus? Let the bot battle begin. Deathroll coming right at Daedalus, trying to keep them from spinning up, as Daedalus probably has the more powerful weapon, but Death Roll definitely has the weapon design advantage with them being a vertical spinner. And yet Death Roll is having chunks taken out of it from Daedalus, as that horizontal spinner is causing a lot of damage on Death Roll already. Pieces of their vertical spinner going flying, but Daedalus falls out of the arena, resulting in Death Roll taking match 1. So now Daedalus needs a win to be able to force a match 3 if they are to take this heat final. Let match 2 of the heat final begin. Death Roll coming right after Daedalus. Weapon on weapon exchange. Big hit, and Daedalus loses a wheel. Big trouble for Daedalus here, but Death Roll, they got pieces of their vertical spinner already on the arena. It's going to be big trouble for Death Roll if they continue to lose more pieces there. Big hits by Death Roll. Big hits from that nasty vertical spinner. Another big shot there. It's Death Roll trying to go for that other wheel, trying to seal a knockout victory. More shots. Daedalus still doing massive damage as they do some damage to the underbelly of Death Roll. More big shots from Death Roll. Daedalus just not giving up, even with one wheel here. Death Roll takes the launch from the floor flipper. Luckily they did not get flipped there. Death Roll is so powerful with that vertical spinner. Another big shot from the floor flipper, or this time on both bots. That vertical spinner taking massive shots, but Death Roll gets flipped, trying to self-right here. Can they self-right here? Looks like they are having trouble with that. Death Roll is upside down. I don't think they can move as they are being counted out right now. Has Daedalus just won match number 2 here, even with one wheel gone? Death Roll has been counted out and a match 3 has been forced. Here we go. Match 3 of the heat final. Winner takes the heat, and we'll move on to the semifinals. Let the heat final begin. At least match 3 of it. Death Roll lands a big hit to lead it off. Daedalus getting some hits on the side here. Death Roll's definitely held up well to the punishment and from Daedalus, especially in the first 2 fights. Here's more big hits from Daedalus. And Death Roll just continuing to knock Daedalus back with that vertical spinner here. There's a big hit by Death Roll. Then there's a piece of Death Roll's spinner, another piece. It's going to be big trouble if Death Roll continues to lose pieces of that vertical spinner. Near a minute into this fight, I'd say it's been relatively even between these two so far. This is a well-fought heat final. Death Roll getting underneath Daedalus, sending them into the corner, landing a bunch of big hits, except that Death Roll is losing more pieces of that vertical spinner. It's going to be tough for them to be able to land a bunch of big shots here. Could Daedalus be taking it control here, turning the tide here? More pieces of Death Roll's vertical spinners. Daedalus does lose a wheel again. They are in the same situation as they were in the last fight. Can they win again? More big hits from Daedalus here, even with a busted wheel. Death Roll coming at them. There's a big shot that flips Daedalus over. Death Roll coming in for another attack here. Don't know if I can really call that a vertical spinner left for Death Roll here. Pieces of that all over the arena. Death Roll trying to go for that other wheel here. More shots to the sides of Death Roll from that spinner of Daedalus. That spinner on Daedalus is just so powerful here. As it just tore up that weapon of Death Roll here. Another big hit. Daedalus flipped right over again, attacking more on the side. Death Roll just lost the rest of their spinner. They are without a weapon with the rest of this fight, and we have 40 seconds left to go. More big hits to the sides of Death Roll. Can Daedalus take advantage here? 30 seconds left in the fight. I gotta say, this has been a close fight. I would probably have Death Roll in front so far, but not by much, as Daedalus just continuing to do hit after hit on Death Roll. Another big shot, and Death Roll is having their underbelly chewed up here as we are approaching 10 seconds. What a fight we just saw, as this fight is going to go to the judges. If the clock hit 0, I would not want to judge this fight. This has got to be the closest one of the night. We see the judges' scorecard for the last time as, once again, damage, you could get up to 3 points. Get up to 2 points for both aggression and control. So now the judges' decisions have been made, and once again it was unanimous. The winner, who will be moving on to the semifinals, is Death Roll, as Death Roll will win and will move on to the semifinals. We will see Daedalus again, as they will participate in the Last Chance episode, where they will look to claim one of 4 wildcard spots back into the semifinals here. Congrats to Death Roll for winning this heat final, and now to the credits.